Welcome to St Mary's Fields Primary School. We like to ensure that each child reaches their potential and develops an enthusiasm for lifelong learning. And my favourite word in this entire sentence is the word enthusiasm. We want your children to develop an enthusiasm for learning that takes them not just from foundation stage, but all the way through school into secondary school and beyond. We would like to extend a warm welcome to you and your family. Thank you for choosing St Mary's Fields Primary School. Our fun, bright, caring and nurturing staff are ready to help you and your child embark upon their learning journey. At St Mary's, we put you and your child at the heart of everything we do. We aim to ensure that every day is full of purposeful play, exploration, curiosity, fun, and that they leave our setting every day with a spring in their step. This week and last week, we had our children back, our Foundation Stage 2 children, back after being off for 12 weeks. They were so excited to be back in our setting. They were exploring the outdoor area, the resources in the classroom, and because we had taught them to be independent, the children, even though they've been off for 12 weeks, settled straight back into school routine and were able to go off and choose items from around the classroom to extend their own learning through play. As you can see here, there's two children who had found a stone that they thought it was a fossil. We then used this interest to plan a topic all about fossils and dinosaurs. The children in the other foe have made this most amazing assault course, working on their physical development, working as a team, sharing ideas and having fun. What is the Early Years Foundation stage? The Early Years Foundation stage, EYFS, is the stage of education for children from birth until 4+ when they turn 5. It is based on the recognition that children learn best through play and active learning. As you can see here, we've got many examples of play that happens from our Chestnut Nursery all the way through to Foundation Stage 2 with my class, the Hawthorne class, and Miss Forster's class, the Rowan class. We like our play to involve many different things, messy play. We like to be outside, lots of outdoor learning. We love cooking. The children create their own play dough and salt dough. They experiment with the mixtures independently. We work with sand, water, clay, and the children can use props, such as this child using the pram, to role play real life situations. The other child you can see is investigating a very peculiar object indeed. We have a class record player. The magic, laying the foundation. What makes St Mary's special? We believe that what we do at St Mary's Field is different compared to all the other schools, and what we do makes our school special. How we cater everything we do to the interests of your child and how they learn. We want to make sure that when your child comes into school, that they know there's something in there for them that will make them feel secure, happy, and want to challenge and extend themselves through our provision. In foundation stage, we try to create learning environments that enhance children's exploration of the world around them, promote curiosity. We want them to ask as many questions as they possibly can. You can never ask too many. We want them to investigate. We want them to be independent, have resilience, do not give up. We want purposeful play and lots of social interaction. The photographs you can see are photographic examples of areas of our classroom and outside. We set up the areas so that children will socially interact with each other whilst playing and investigating the areas. We follow child interests and incorporate these into our planning. We also teach using some themes such as space and ourselves to teach new vocabulary and explore traditions. Also, what makes St Mary's Field special, on Friday we have Funky Feet Fridays. Alison Bacon comes in and takes the children into the studio with ourselves, and we all take part in movement to music. We use musical instruments, we learn how to follow instructions, move to the beat, dance, and sing. Talk Boost. Talk Boost is a targeted evidence-based intervention which supports language-delayed children to make significant progress with their language and communication skills. In September, when your children start St Mary's, the lovely Mrs. Stones will sit with the children and play some fun games. and we will try to see if there are any gaps in the children's communication and language. We will then be able to use this assessment to plan fun games and activities that Mrs. Stones will run to help your child, if they need it, develop their language and communication, which will then lead to a greater development of their wider learning. We have Route to Resilience at St Mary's. We aim to improve the mental health outcomes for children and staff. Throughout their foundation stage year, we will work on these character muscles: curiosity, imagination, risk-taking, enthusiasm, concentration, inclusiveness, listening and communication, and friendship. We also love our outdoor experiences. We have a large mud kitchen, a fairy garden, a nature area, a large playground for bikes, water play, gross motor movements, a construction area. We have a covered veranda, which we can go outside and use when it's raining, which has a sand tray. We also have welly boots and outdoor clothing. We have large construction for the children to choose and use themselves, outdoor painting and music. The EYFS profile. This slide just talks you through the various areas of learning in the EYFS. We have 7 areas of learning, and these are split into prime and specific areas. The prime areas, which are right here, these are the most important: personal and social emotional development, physical development, and communication and language. Without these 3 being developed, the bottom specific areas will be harder to achieve. So these are the prime areas, and down below you've got your specific areas. For example, communication and language. A child will need listening and attention, enable to listen and attend whenever we are learning our phonics or reading stories, which means they'll be able to learn how to read words and talk about familiar stories. They need understanding to help them follow instruction. And when we are speaking, the children will learn how to extend the vocabulary, talk in full sentences, and be able to talk about things such as, if we walk down here, we can see people in communities, the world of technology. A child will need to be able to have a good level of speaking to be able to talk about the people in communities important to them, their life experiences, events, cultural traditions, to be able to talk about the world around them through seasons, through investigations and experiments. They will also need speaking when we are being expressive through our arts and design. For example, a child will use their speaking when they're being imaginative, when they are using role play and dress up. These are called the characteristics of effective learning, and they are very important. We will use these to help us understand how your child learns through playing and exploring, active learning, and creating and thinking critically. These characteristics are crucial to learning and development. How children engage with experiences is key to their enjoyment and their outcomes. We believe that every child is unique. We want to build positive relationships with your children and you so that we are all one large team together. We want to enable our environments. That means we want our classrooms and outdoor area to be the third teacher in the room, so that your child can use their independent skills to further their own learning through open-ended resources and purposeful play, which will then lead to their learning and development. This slide talks us through play and learning. Play nourishes every aspect of a child's development. It forms the foundation of intellectual, social, physical, and emotional skills. These skills support children in being ready for school and their future lives. Right, now we're going to quickly go through our 7 areas of learning. You'll see photographic examples of how we can promote these areas of learning in our classroom provision and outside. The children will be learning to become self-confident, take an interest in things, know what their own needs are, dress and undress independently during PE, funky feet, and when they are trying on dress-up costumes. We want them to become independent and to tell the difference between right and wrong. Communication and language, the big one. The children will be learning to talk confidently and clearly. They will enjoy listening to stories, songs, and poems. They will use talk to organize, sequence, and clarify thinking, ideas, feelings, and events. Which means, for example, when they're coming back from being at home at the weekend, we will encourage them to talk about what they did at the weekend using terms such as at the weekend or yesterday we went to. We want them to listen to and understand new words and instructions. And when we have topics, we like to use language and promote it through our play. For example, this child is using the language we used when introducing plants. He knows the word seed, and he's using his knowledge that we have taught him to understand that the seed will need water to help it to grow. These children are investigating the sand tray. We have been learning about dinosaurs and fossils. And this child has said, "You found a fossil. It's from the extinct dinosaurs." I asked this child, "What does extinct mean?" And she said, "Well, it means that there's none left. They're all gone." Physical development. The children will be learning to move confidently and safely, control their body, handle equipment such as scissors, hole punchers, pencils, felt tips, pens, chalks, crayons, paintbrushes, saws, hammers, and so on and so forth. And we want them to handle it safely. We want them to use a range of equipment and control their toileting needs and basic hygiene. We've been working a lot on hand washing this year. To help the children reach their full potential with their physical development, we also run an intervention program called Big Moves. Another reason why St. Mary's is special. Big Moves is a physical intervention which helps children, you can see this picture right here, gain control of their bodies and their core fitness. You can see there has been a study carried out and data taken from over 50 schools that shows a percentage improvement in all of these impact measures. For example, through Big Moves, a child is able to concentrate and listen, and there was a 75% improvement in this. A 94% improvement in physical movement skills, 62% improvement in behavior, and look at this one, improvement in ability to sit still, 75%. It takes a lot of effort to sit still on the carpet and a lot of core fitness. Literacy, reading and writing. We like to have as much fun with this as we possibly can. If you take a peek on our school YouTube, you will see the foundation stage teachers modeling example lessons of phonics. Children will be learning to develop an awareness of sound discrimination through environmental sounds, body percussion, speech and music. At the start of the year, we take them outside and we stand in the playground and we say to the children, "What can you hear?" Most of the time they say, "We can hear nothing," when really we need to get them to sit and concentrate or stand and concentrate and pay attention and tune in to the sounds around them. Then they might hear a helicopter, a bus, someone's horn going off on the road, a child in a classroom, birds, the wind. And when they do this, they're training their ears to pick up on these sounds, which will then help them hear and say sounds and link them to the alphabet. We want the children to start off hearing the first sound in words. For example, if I said, "What's the first sound in cap?" they would say, "K." The first sound in cap is "K." And then we will teach them what this looks like as a written letter, or called a grapheme. We want them to read and write familiar words, learn how to use a pencil effectively. We will start to write simple captions and sentences matching pictures. We want them to develop the storytelling through helicopter stories, a strategy that promotes storytelling using child interest. And we want children to develop a love for stories. Every day ends with story time. Look at these children here in our book corner. We've got 1, 2, there's one there, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 children sitting enjoying books. This child's in our nursery and they are taking part in a shared reading session. And there's a phonics teacher right there with his phonics cards. And look at the children, they're investigating reading using glow-in-the-dark pens. At St. Mary's Fields, we teach the children to read and write following KTC phonics. You can look that up on Google. In nursery, the children will learn through phase 1 of letters and sounds. If you Google letters and sounds, you can find the Phase 1 section, and there's loads of information in there. As the children settle into nursery, they will eventually take part in short, fun phonics sessions covering Phase 1. They will also take part in shared reading and hear hundreds of stories across the year, usually ending each day with story time. In Foundation 2, which is the Rowan and Hawthorne classes, the children will consolidate Phase 1 phonics and then move on to Phase 2. They will learn the letter sounds that match the letters of the alphabet. So instead of saying A, B, C, they will learn A, B, K, and use this to help them read words. We will have another meeting in the autumn term all about reading and what you can do at home to promote your child's ability to read and develop a love of reading. In F1 and F2, we will each learn a set of sight words, but we call them super power words. And these are some of the top 100 most common words that appear in books. And when we read them, it helps us with our fluency and flow of reading. Plus, it's fun. Mathematics, or maths, and that involves number and shape, space, and measure. We want the children to realize that maths is everywhere. In cooking, times of the day, sequencing your day, when you are playing with the water, with the sand, when you're counting items or sorting by color. You can see there's children here even making a pattern by slotting these pneumacon shapes into the boards, using their logical thinking. The children will be learning to develop an understanding of maths through stories, songs, games, and imaginative play. They'll become comfortable with numbers and ideas such as heavier than or bigger. They'll count reliably to 20 and find one more or one less than a number. Use their knowledge of number to problem solve and solve addition and subtraction problems. Be aware of shapes and space. And also learn about maths through real world experiences. And we'll learn about length, weight, and capacity. At St. Mary's, we use power maths. Understanding the world, people and communities, the world, and technology. The children will be learning to explore and find out about the world around them, asking questions. We'll look at the different seasons and how it changes our local environment. We like to start with our class. We like to talk about the members of our class, our families, the people who are important to us, and our homes. We'll then move into where we live in the wider community. The makeup of our community. We will look at different cultures and celebrations, learning that we are all special. If you've got any celebrations coming up at home, let us know, and we can talk about it in the classroom and celebrate it too. In each class, we have a family area where we have photographs. It'd be amazing if you could send in a photograph of your family and we could pop it in this area. The children love going over to this area and looking at the different photographs of their family. We want the children to build with different materials, know about everyday technology, and learn what it is used for. We like to experiment with materials. Look at these children here. They are gathering litter that's in our playground. We also want them to care about the world around them. We want them to talk about past events in their lives and their families' lives and find out about different cultures and beliefs. Expressive Arts and Design. Sounds a bit like a college course. We want the children to explore media, materials, and be imaginative. The children will explore colors, shapes, textures. They'll make things. You can make anything they like. There'll be no set template. You can see there's a child right here who decided to gather some boxes. He's even laid out this little mat on the floor so he didn't get paint on the floor. He's mixed his own paint shade and he's making a pirate ship. He developed this by making a pillow by himself. These children are using the tubes to make a large dinosaur fossil. We've got a chef in action right there. Oh, Gordon Ramsay. And look at these children right here. Some of them are painting with their hands. Some children are stamping. Some are using paintbrushes. Look at the trays. They have mixed and made their own colors. In these pots, we have different paintbrushes they can use, from thin paintbrushes to thick paintbrushes, long and short paintbrushes. And we can have paintbrushes that make thick and thin lines. We want them to explore colors, shapes, and textures, role play, making music, cooking, singing, and rhymes. We love to sing all day, every day. At St. Mary's, we will learn that all of our creative ideas are unique and valued, and this is the most important thing. At St. Mary's Fields, there are no pre-made templates to our imagination. We like to believe that art has the role in education of helping children become like themselves instead of more like everyone else. And also, those who do not think outside the box are easily contained. Parents as partners, we want you to talk to your child about what they've been doing at school. Read with your child on a regular basis. They will take home 3 books in their book bag, 1 phonics book, which is their main book, an extra book for a challenge, and a book to share together, usually a picture book. For example, The Gruffalo or Pete the Cat. We want you to encourage your child to become an independent learner, get changed by themselves, get ready for school by themselves, to know that they need to open their book and have a little read. We want you to bring in information for your child's learning journey or upload it to Tapestry. Tapestry is our online portal, which is secure, and you will get a login in September. And you can log in and see photographs of your child at school on their learning and their next steps. You can also upload photographs yourself. These children, the photographs are showing what they got up to during our lockdown. As we cannot yet visit the classrooms for a tour, we have got a special video showing what our classrooms usually look like. It's also on this page or on our YouTube, so you can click through there and find it. Some more information. This is an example of our daily Foundation Stage 2 timetable. It looks quite busy. We like to work our way up to this timetable in the autumn term. You can see there are large areas of play to learn when they're investigating in the classroom. We have morning inputs, we have PE on there too, and every day ends with story time and of course home. The doors usually open at 8:40 a.m. Please don't be late. Register is taken by 8:50. Lunch starts at 11:45. We walk down to the dinner hall with the children and stay with them until the lunchtime supervisors come along. And 3:05, that is the end of the school day. Please be prompt when picking up your child. Now, this is the provisional Foundation Stage 2 starting school. This is how we may run September, depending on government guidance. From Monday, the 7th of September, children who attend our Chestnut Nursery will begin Foundation Stage 2 full time. From Wednesday, so this is Wednesday and Thursday, children who are brand new to St. Mary's Fields, who did not go to our Chestnut Nursery, will attend school until 1:15 p.m. Lunch will be provided at school. So on Wednesday and Thursday, children who are new to St. Mary's will start at 8:40 and finish at 1:15. This is the big one. From Friday, the 11th September 2020, all Foundation Stage 2 children in the Rowan and Hawthorne classes will attend school full time. The week before this will be our school visits or our garden visits at home. If your child is in Chestnut Nursery, from the Monday 7th of September to Friday the 11th of September, we will liaise with you about your child starting school. If your child is part-time, we will discuss this with you. If your child is full-time, we will discuss their gradual phased entry to school. It would be good if you can discuss this during your home visit or school visit. Some important notes. The school doors open at 8:40 a.m. Be there, please. The register will be taken by 8:50 a.m. Please make sure that your child is on time for school. It's very important that your child arrives by 8:50 a.m. If this is an issue, please make an appointment to see Mrs. DeLu, our head teacher. Please could parents who bring their children late to school go to the school office so that your child can be marked present. If you are absent for any reason, you need to phone the school office before 9:30 a.m. If you have any concerns about absence or attending school, please make an appointment with the office to see Mrs. DeLu, our head teacher. School attendance and family holidays. Please take family holidays in school holiday time. Please remember that you should not expect the school to agree a family holiday during term time, which will then lead to an unauthorized absence. If your child has an unauthorized leave of absence, you may either be issued with a penalty, fine. We don't want that. School uniform. This includes a bright blue sweatshirt, cardigan or fleece, and you can purchase it from these retailers. They can wear black or grey trousers, skirts or pinafore dress, no jeans or black denim. A white or blue polo shirt, blouse or shirt, with or without school logos. Black sensible shoes or black ankle boots, no high tops, sandals or heels, or wheelies, or roller boots, or roller skates, or pogo sticks. Black or grey plain socks, tights or leggings. In the summer, girls can wear blue school dresses, no jewellery apart from small discreet stud earrings or things that you may wear for religious reasons. If your child does wear earrings, please take them out on days of PE. Hair should be of a natural colour and no makeup, including nail varnish. For PE, it should consist of plain black or navy shorts for indoor PE, and if you have outdoor PE, some jogging bottoms. A plain white t-shirt, socks, white, black, or blue trainers. You can also wear plimsolls in Key Stage 1 and Foundation 2. Long hair must be tied back for PE. Please ensure that you move your child's earrings. And we will try and have PE twice a week where possible. And this includes our PE session and Funky Feet. School dinners and lunchtime. The children and their teacher walk to the dinner hall just after 11:45 a.m. We have high expectations of all the children, so we do encourage the children to be as independent as possible. We will help the children to understand what to do and stay in the dinner hall until they feel happy and secure. Each foundation stage class has their own lunchtime supervisor. When they come to the dinner hall, we want to encourage the children to say hello to the friendly and wonderful kitchen staff. We like to encourage them to say please and thank you and the names of their food instead of pointing. The children then get their own cup and cutlery. Go to the table, and we've been teaching them to use their knife and fork. That's amazing. School dinners and lunchtime. Hot meals are cooked on site by Leicestershire Traded Services. They are provided free of charge to children in Foundation Stage 2, Rowan and Hawthorne, Year 1 and Year 2. From Year 3, there is a charge unless your child is eligible for free school meals. More on free school meals in a minute. Currently, the cost is £2.20. It's actually went up now to £2.25. But by the time your child gets to Year 3, which is a few years from now, you may want to check that price because we all know things like to increase. Now, this is very important, free school meals and who is eligible. If you are eligible for free school meals, it is so important that you apply for this. Here is a list of who is eligible. You should have received a note in your pack. Free school meals then leads us to pupil premium. If your child has free school meals, the school gets more funding through pupil premium. This extra funding from the government gives schools the chance to raise our achievement of our disadvantaged pupils. We encourage you to be part of our school community. Please visit our school website. We've got a section on there for Hawthorne and Rowan class, full of lots of learning ideas, videos, and fun. We've got a school YouTube channel. Have a look on there. You may even see our staff doing a sing, song, and a dance. We've got a Twitter @fields_ST, where we'll be posting updates. Our amazing Foundation Stage staff haven't been able to attend our meetings to say hello, so we would like your child to meet the staff that they'll be working and learning with. On this page of the website, you will find a video of the staff saying hello, or you can go to YouTube, type in St Mary's Fields, and have a look on there.